Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2 is a masterclass in immersive storytelling and freedom of choice, making it one of those unforgettable experiences that's well worth revisiting. Released in 2016, it takes the stealth and supernatural elements of the first game and cranks everything up, letting you explore the beautifully crafted, steampunk-inspired city of Karnaca. You play as either Corvo Attano or his daughter, Empress Emily Kaldwin, each with their own unique set of powers and abilities, adding even more depth to an already rich gameplay experience. What makes Dishonored 2 special is how it rewards creativity. You're given a huge toolbox of powers, gadgets, and pathways to approach every mission however you want, go in silent and unseen, or unleash chaos with devastating supernatural abilities. The level design is nothing short of genius, especially missions like the time bending a crack in the slab or the shifting walls of the Clockwork Mansion. Each mission feels like a mini masterpiece, pushing you to think differently and experiment with every new playthrough. Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is one of those games that set the bar for open world shooters, and it still holds up incredibly well. Released in 2012, it drops you into the chaotic, tropical paradise of the Rook Islands, a place where danger lurks behind every palm tree and survival becomes personal. You play as Jason Brody, a regular guy who's thrown into a brutal world of pirates, mercenaries, and insanity after a vacation goes horribly wrong. What starts as a desperate fight for survival quickly spirals into a dark descent as Jason becomes someone he hardly recognizes. The story is unforgettable, especially thanks to one of gaming's most iconic villains. Vaz isn't just some faceless bad guy, he's twisted, unpredictable, and downright terrifying, and his presence alone makes every encounter feel like it could end badly.
Oh, Jesus.
The gameplay gives you freedom like few other shooters do. Whether you're sneaking through enemy camps, setting fire to fields, or taking down wild animals with a bow, there's always something to keep you on your toes. The open world is packed with activities from hunting to crafting that make you feel like you're part of this dangerous, vibrant ecosystem. Prey. Prey is a brilliant blend of sci-fi horror and immersive sim mechanics that pulls you into the eerie halls of the Talos 1 space station. As Morgan you awaken to find yourself in a nightmarish scenario where alien creatures known as the Typhon are wreaking havoc. The game masterfully combines exploration, puzzle solving, and combat, allowing you to approach challenges in multiple ways. The atmosphere is tense, filled with unsettling sounds and a hauntingly beautiful environment that keeps you on edge. The game's use of environmental storytelling adds depth, revealing the station's dark secrets through logs, notes, and the remnants of its former crew. With its engaging narrative and the ability to acquire alien powers, Prey encourages experimentation and creativity in how you handle each encounter. It's a thought-provoking experience that stays with you long after the credits roll, making it a must-relive adventure for fans of immersive storytelling and atmospheric gameplay. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is a remastered celebration of one of the most iconic sci-fi RPGs in gaming history. This compilation breathes new life into Commander Shepard's journey, enhancing the graphics, gameplay mechanics, and overall experience of the original trilogy. You get to dive back into a richly crafted universe filled with deep lore, memorable characters, and heart-pounding choices that impact the story across all three games. The remastered visuals bring the vibrant worlds of the Citadel, Tuchanka, and beyond to life like never before, making every planet you visit feel immersive and alive. Plus, the improved combat and streamlined mechanics ensure that even newcomers to the series can enjoy the action without feeling bogged down by outdated controls. What truly stands out is the emotional weight of your choices. The relationships you build with characters like Liara Garrus and Tali deepen the experience, and your decisions can lead to triumph or tragedy. The series' signature blend of action, exploration, and rich storytelling is still unmatched. Whether you're revisiting the trilogy or experiencing it for the first time, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is a compelling journey that reminds you why this series is legendary. It's an unforgettable experience that deserves a place on your list of must-play games in 2024. Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite is a breathtaking blend of narrative depth and stunning visuals that transports you to the Sky City of Columbia. As Booker DeWitt, your mission to rescue the mysterious Elizabeth takes you on a wild ride through a vibrant but deeply flawed society steeped in themes of patriotism, racism, and class struggle. The world of Columbia is rich and immersive, filled with gorgeous architecture, colorful characters, and a haunting soundtrack that enhances the atmosphere. The game masterfully blends first-person shooting with compelling storytelling as you and Elizabeth unravel the dark secrets of the city and your own past. What sets Bioshock Infinite apart is its intricate plot and character development. The relationship between Booker and Elizabeth evolves beautifully, making each moment spent together feel impactful. The game's ending leaves you with questions that linger long after you've put down the controller, prompting discussions about choice, consequence, and identity. Whether you're a series veteran or new to the franchise, Bioshock Infinite offers a unique experience that combines action, exploration, and thought-provoking themes, making it an essential game to relive in 2024. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is a masterclass in open-world design and stealth mechanics that redefines what players can expect from the genre. As Big Boss, you're dropped into the chaotic landscape of Afghanistan during the 1980s, tasked with building an army, completing missions, and unraveling a complex narrative filled with betrayal and ambition. The game's open-world environment is vast and richly detailed, allowing for an incredible level of freedom in how you approach each mission. Whether you prefer stealth, direct combat, or utilizing the environment to your advantage, the choice is yours. The addition of the buddy system, where you can bring companions like D-Dog or Quiet, adds layers to your gameplay strategy. What truly stands out is the storytelling. Though fragmented at times, it dives deep into themes of war, trauma, and the consequences of one's actions. The emotional weight of the characters and their struggles adds depth to the chaotic backdrop. With its stunning graphics, engaging gameplay, and complex narrative, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is an unforgettable experience that invites players to relive the intricacies of war and the shadows that linger in the human psyche. It's a game that stays with you long after you've left the battlefield, making it a must-play in 2024. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor is an action-packed adventure that invites you to step into the brutal world of Tolkien's legendarium with a fresh perspective. As Talion, a ranger who's lost everything, you're on a quest for vengeance against the dark forces of Sauron. The game beautifully blends combat, exploration, and a compelling narrative that expands on the lore of Middle-earth in a unique way. One of the standout features is the Nemesis system, which creates dynamic interactions with enemies. When you face off against an orc, their responses and memories of previous encounters evolve, leading to an ever-changing hierarchy of foes. This adds a personal touch to each confrontation, making your quest for revenge feel deeply satisfying and uniquely your own. The combat is fluid and satisfying, allowing you to chain together brutal combos and unleash devastating abilities. The visuals are stunning, bringing the iconic landscapes of Mordor to life, from lush forests to dark, menacing fortresses. Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is an electrifying open-world action game that transports you to the vibrant streets of Hong Kong, blending intense martial arts combat with a gripping crime story. You play as Wei Shen, an undercover cop tasked with infiltrating the Sun on Yi Triad organization. The game strikes a perfect balance between an engaging narrative and adrenaline-fueled gameplay. What sets Sleeping Dogs apart is its emphasis on hand-to-hand combat, which feels fluid and dynamic. You can take down enemies using a variety of martial arts moves, and the game encourages you to use the environment to your advantage, whether it's slamming an opponent into a wall or grabbing weapons from nearby. The driving mechanics are equally satisfying, letting you zip through the bustling streets of Hong Kong while feeling the weight of the city around you. The storyline is immersive, filled with twists, betrayals, and moments that make you question Wei's loyalty to the police versus his ties to the triads. The richly detailed open world is filled with side activities from street races to martial arts challenges that keep the gameplay fresh and engaging. Sleeping Dogs may not have garnered as much attention as other open world games, but it's an unforgettable experience that captures the essence of crime dramas and martial arts films. With its compelling narrative, unique combat system, and stunning depiction of Hong Kong, it's definitely a game worth revisiting in 2024. The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds is a fantastic sci-fi RPG that blends humor, exploration, and a gripping narrative in a way that feels both fresh and familiar. Set in a retro-futuristic universe where mega corporations have colonized space, you play as a customizable character who wakes from cryosleep to find themselves in the middle of a conspiracy that could affect the fate of the entire colony of Halcyon. What makes The Outer Worlds stand out is its witty writing and character-driven storytelling. The game allows you to make meaningful choices that not only shape your character but also affect the outcome of the story and the fates of various factions within the game. Your decisions can lead to alliances, betrayals, and unexpected twists, making each playthrough feel unique. The gameplay is a satisfying mix of combat, exploration, and role-playing elements. You can approach situations with brute force stealth or a clever use of dialogue to manipulate others, giving you the freedom to tackle challenges in your own style. The vibrant, colorful worlds are filled with quirky characters, each with their own motivations and backstories that add depth to the narrative. With its blend of humor, engaging mechanics, and a captivating story, The Outer Worlds offers an unforgettable journey through a beautifully crafted universe. It's a must-relive title in 2024 for anyone who enjoys rich storytelling and a strong sense of player agency in their RPGs. Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus is an iconic masterpiece that captivates with its breathtaking landscapes and hauntingly simple yet profound story. You step into the shoes of Wander, a young man on a quest to revive a girl named Mono, who has been sacrificed. To do this, you must defeat colossal beings scattered across a vast, desolate land. Each encounter is an epic battle against the giants, requiring strategy, skill, and a sense of awe. What sets this game apart is its emotional weight. The Colossi are not just obstacles to overcome, they're magnificent creatures that evoke a mix of wonder and sorrow. As you climb their massive bodies, the sheer scale of these beings emphasizes the loneliness of your mission. It raises questions about sacrifice, the cost of ambition, and the nature of life and death. The art direction is stunning, with beautifully crafted environments that feel both ancient and timeless. The minimalist soundtrack complements the atmosphere, creating a sense of isolation that draws you deeper into the world. Every moment feels deliberate, and the game's pacing allows for reflection between the intense battles. Shadow of the Colossus is more than just a game, it's an experience that resonates with players long after the final Colossus has fallen. It's a hauntingly beautiful journey that deserves to be revisited, making it a truly unforgettable title that captures the essence of what gaming can be. NieR Automata. NieR Automata is a thought-provoking blend of action, philosophy, and stunning artistry that leaves a lasting impression. Set in a post-apocalyptic world where androids battle alien machines for the remnants of humanity, you play as 2B, a battle-ready android alongside her companion 9S. The narrative is rich and layered, exploring themes of existence, purpose, and the blurred lines between humans and machines. What makes this game truly special is how it intertwines gameplay with deep storytelling. Each playthrough reveals new perspectives, adding layers to the characters in the world. You'll find yourself questioning the nature of consciousness and the ethics of artificial intelligence as you progress through the story. The emotional depth of the narrative is complemented by memorable characters like the enigmatic A2 and the charmingly quirky Pod. The gameplay is a mix of fast-paced combat and RPG elements with fluid mechanics that keep battles engaging. The variety in combat styles and the ability to customize your character's abilities add to the experience, making every encounter feel fresh. The game also boasts a stunning soundtrack that beautifully enhances the atmosphere with haunting melodies that stay with you long after you've put the controller down. Max Payne 3. Max Payne 3 is a gritty, hard-hitting return to the beloved series that redefined the action genre with its unique blend of noir storytelling and stylish gameplay. This installment finds Max, now a weary and disillusioned former detective, living in Sao Paulo, Brazil, working as a private security contractor. Right from the start, the game immerses you in a dark world filled with crime, betrayal, and violence. The storytelling is top-notch, delivered through Max's trademark gritty narration and a series of flashbacks that reveal his troubled past. The game dives deep into themes of loss, redemption, and the psychological toll of violence. You can feel Max's pain and weariness with every quip and monologue, making him one of the most relatable anti-heroes in gaming.
I hated the world for not killing me with her.
Gameplay-wise, Max Payne 3 excels with its signature bullet time mechanic, allowing you to slow down time and dodge bullets while delivering stylish takedowns. The gunplay feels satisfying with a variety of weapons at your disposal, and the game's mechanics make every firefight exhilarating. The visuals are stunning, capturing the vibrant yet dangerous atmosphere of Sao Paulo, with beautifully designed levels that keep you engaged throughout. What sets Max Payne 3 apart is its cinematic approach. Every action sequence feels like a scene from a gritty action film. The combination of a compelling narrative, engaging gameplay, and unforgettable atmosphere makes it a standout title in the series. For fans of action games and noir storytelling, revisiting Max Payne 3 in 2024 is a must, as it remains a defining entry in the genre that perfectly balances style and substance. Dying Light. Dying Light is a thrilling survival horror game that takes the zombie apocalypse and turns it into an adrenaline-pumping parkour experience. Set in a quarantine city overrun by the infected, you play as Kyle Crane, an undercover agent trying to infiltrate a group of survivors while navigating a world that becomes increasingly dangerous as night falls. What makes Dying Light stand out is its dynamic day-night cycle. During the day, you can explore the open world, complete missions, and scavenge for supplies, but as the sun sets, the infected become more aggressive and terrifying. This shift changes the entire gameplay dynamic, forcing you to strategize your movements and use the parkour mechanics to your advantage as you scale rooftops and escape the horrors lurking below. The parkour system is fluid and satisfying, giving you a real sense of freedom as you navigate the urban environment. Jumping, climbing, and vaulting your way through the city is not only fun but essential for survival. The crafting system also adds depth, allowing you to create weapons and traps that are vital for combating the relentless hordes. Dying Light isn't just about action, it also weaves in a story filled with moral choices and characters you can care about. The interactions with the survivors you meet and the decisions you make can shape your experience, adding a layer of emotional weight to the gameplay. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider is an exhilarating adventure that expands on Lara Croft's journey, blending action, exploration, and intricate storytelling. As Lara embarks on a quest to uncover the secrets of the legendary city of Kaitish, you're treated to breathtaking environments from snow-covered mountains to lush, hidden tombs. What really sets this game apart is its focus on Lara's character development. You witness her transformation from an inexperienced survivor into a fierce, capable adventurer. The narrative explores themes of legacy and the cost of discovery, delving deeper into Lara's motivations and the impact of her journey on those around her. The gameplay strikes a perfect balance between exploration, puzzle solving, and intense combat. The world is packed with secrets, and the various tombs offer cleverly designed puzzles that challenge you to think critically. The addition of crafting and survival mechanics enhances the experience, allowing you to gather resources and customize your equipment as you navigate the dangers of the wild.
There must be, or Trinity wouldn't be in the snowy hell.
Visually, Rise of the Tomb Raider is stunning. The detailed graphics bring the environments to life, creating a sense of immersion that draws you into Lara's world. The action sequences are thrilling, filled with cinematic moments that keep your heart racing. Overall, Rise of the Tomb Raider is a must-play for fans of action-adventure games. It's a beautifully crafted journey that combines exploration, storytelling, and intense action, making it an unforgettable experience to relive in 2024. Wolfenstein The New Order. Wolfenstein The New Order is an exhilarating experience that brings the fight against the Nazis to a whole new level. You step into the worn-out boots of BJ Blazkowicz, a soldier who's seen hell and back, as you battle through an alternate history where the Nazis won World War II. The opening sequence is a gut punch, dragging you straight into the chaos of war and setting the stage for the intense journey ahead. What sets this game apart isn't just the explosive gunplay or the arsenal of wild weapons, it's the rich narrative that unfolds alongside the mayhem. Blazkowicz is more than just a killing machine, he's a character shaped by loss and resilience, and his story dives into the darker sides of human experience while still delivering some genuine moments of hope and camaraderie.
Come in, Berlin. What's your status?
The gameplay is a fluid mix of stealth and action, allowing you to choose your approach. Want to sneak around and take out enemies quietly? Go for it. Prefer to go in guns blazing and create chaos? That's just as satisfying. The environments are diverse, filled with secrets and surprises, making every mission feel fresh and engaging. In a nutshell, Wolfenstein The New Order isn't just about shooting Nazis, it's a thrilling rollercoaster of a story that combines heart, humor, and pure, unfiltered action. It's an unforgettable ride that deserves a replay in 2024, especially if you're looking for a game that packs an emotional punch alongside the adrenaline. Chants of Sennar. Chants of Sennar is one of those games that sneaks up on you at first. It feels like a beautifully crafted puzzle game, but the deeper you go, the more it turns into something profound. It's all about communication, language, and finding meaning in a world that feels both ancient and otherworldly. The entire experience revolves around deciphering languages from different cultures, and if you're the kind of player who loves uncovering mysteries through exploration and logic, this game will hook you. You start off in this mysterious tower divided into different sections, each inhabited by unique civilizations that don't speak the same language. Your task is to learn their words, figure out their customs, and ultimately bring these communities together. But there are no handy translations or hints. This is a game about paying attention, observing patterns, and piecing everything together yourself. It's not just about solving puzzles, it's about understanding people. What's so cool is that the game never spoon feeds you anything. You have to figure out the meaning of symbols and words through context, kind of like how you learn a real language. You might see a symbol used on a sign, then hear a character say it in conversation, and little by little it starts to click. And when you finally crack the code and understand what's being said, it's incredibly satisfying. The art style is gorgeous, clean, colorful, and full of personality. Each area of the tower has its own vibe, with different architectural styles and color palettes that reflect the people living there. The whole thing feels like a storybook come to life, with a sense of mystery that keeps pulling you forward. There's a meditative rhythm to Chants of Sennar. You're not rushing from one puzzle to the next. It's all about slowing down, soaking in the world, and paying attention to the little details. You're encouraged to explore, talk to NPCs, and jot down notes as you go. The process of learning each language feels organic, and by the time you understand what's happening around you, you'll feel like you've uncovered something meaningful, not just beaten a game. It's not a long game, but it leaves a lasting impression. There are moments of quiet reflection and some subtle narrative beats that hit harder than you'd expect. The whole experience feels like a reminder of the power of language and understanding and how easily we can be divided when we don't take the time to listen. If you're in the mood for something thoughtful, relaxing, and a bit different from the usual action-packed fare, Chants of Sennar is absolutely worth your time. It's the kind of game that doesn't just challenge your brain, it makes you think about how we communicate, how we connect, and what it really means to understand each other. Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver is one of those games that makes you think, wait, how does this even work? And then it just does. It's a weird but delightful blend of underwater exploration, sushi restaurant management, and minigames, and somehow it all clicks. You play as Dave, a regular guy who finds himself juggling two very different lives, diving into the deep blue to catch exotic fish by day and running a bustling sushi restaurant by night. It sounds chaotic, but trust me, it's the kind of chaos you'll love. The diving sections are super chill at first. You swim through beautiful underwater environments, catching fish, finding treasure, and discovering strange sea creatures, but things start to get tricky the deeper you go. Oxygen becomes limited, stronger creatures appear, and you'll need to upgrade your equipment if you want to make it back in one piece. There's something oddly relaxing about the diving, even when the game throws a giant shark or some deep sea nightmare your way. Then, there's the restaurant side of things, which is surprisingly addictive. You'll work with your chef, Bancho, to create the perfect menu using the fish you've caught. And it's not just about serving food, it's about timing and efficiency. You're pouring tea, taking orders, and plating sushi while trying to keep customers happy. It's frantic, but in a way that feels rewarding when you pull off a smooth night. The game also has a quirky, lighthearted story running through it, filled with charming characters and weird little side plots. One minute you're learning about rare sea creatures, the next, you're helping a musician compose a song. It's got that offbeat humor that keeps things fresh, never taking itself too seriously, but still managing to be genuinely engaging. The mix of mechanics keeps you on your toes. One day, you're upgrading your harpoon and planning a deep dive to catch rare fish. The next, you're learning new recipes, decorating the restaurant, or managing staff. There are also mini-games sprinkled throughout, like boss fights against giant sea creatures or treasure hunts that break up the rhythm in just the right way. What makes Dave the Diver stand out is that it never feels overwhelming, even with all the moving parts. It has that perfect balance of laid-back fun and light challenge. You can dive for hours, experiment with sushi menus, or just chill out and enjoy the goofy story at your own pace. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is like a love letter to the days when video games just wanted to be cool as hell. If you ever played Jet Set Radio or loved the vibe of skating games mixed with killer music and rebellious energy, this one will hit hard. It's all about cruising through futuristic city streets, tagging graffiti, pulling off tricks, and dodging cops, basically making your mark on the world in style. And yeah, it looks as good as it sounds. The first thing that stands out is the vibe. This game oozes style from every corner. The visuals are this crisp, cel-shaded dream, full of neon lights and graffiti-covered walls. It's got that funky, urban look that makes every part of the city feel alive. Every time you skate through a new area, it's like stepping into a music video. And the soundtrack insane. Funk, hip-hop, jazz, electronic beats, it's all mixed perfectly, creating that groove that makes you want to move through the city non-stop. The gameplay nails that old school skating game feel while adding some new tricks to keep it fresh. You've got a mix of skating, grinding, flipping, and even parkour, so getting around feels fluid and fast. You're encouraged to chain tricks together, not just to score points but to build momentum, because nothing feels better than cruising at top speed while pulling off wild tricks mid-air. It's all about flow, and when it clicks, damn, it feels good. Tagging graffiti is where things get interesting. You're not just skating for fun, you're building your crew's rep by leaving your mark on the city. The graffiti system is simple, but it feels satisfying every time you slap a tag on a wall, billboard, or train. The game makes it personal by letting you switch between different styles and create combos of tags as part of your runs. It's like you're not just playing the game, you're painting the city with your own rhythm. And of course it wouldn't be complete without the cops breathing down your neck. As you rack up points and start dominating areas, the heat turns up and the police come after you. It's not about brute force, they chase you down with drones and mechs, forcing you to outmaneuver them with your skills. Escaping a police raid feels like a mini game in itself, and pulling it off makes you feel unstoppable. The best thing about Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, it knows exactly what it wants to be. It's not trying to be some massive open world epic, it's about pure fun. Skating, tagging, vibing to music, and making a mess of the city in the most stylish way possible. No fluff, just that core experience of speed, tricks, and self-expression. If you've missed that type of game, the kind that's all about movement, music, and just feeling cool, this one's for you. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is here to remind you that sometimes all you need is a good beat, some smooth tricks, and a city to leave your mark on. Before Your Eyes. Before Your Eyes isn't just a game, it's an experience that sticks with you long after it ends. It takes a concept so simple, controlling the game by blinking, and turns it into one of the most emotional journeys you'll ever play. You're not just playing through a character's life, you're living their memories, seeing their highs and lows, and whether you're ready or not moving forward with every blink. The whole premise is brilliant. You're placed in the shoes of Benjamin Bran, reliving the story of his life through memories, guided by a mysterious ferryman. The catch: every time you blink, time skips forward. Sometimes it's a few minutes, sometimes it's years, and that's where the magic and the heartbreak happens. Moments you wish could last forever slip away with a blink, and it's impossible to hold on to everything. It hits hard because just like real life, you can't stop time from moving on. What's crazy is how well the blinking mechanic works. You don't just use it to advance the story, it becomes part of the experience. You might be looking at a meaningful moment, wanting to hold on to it a little longer, but your eyes betray you, and suddenly you're somewhere else wondering what you missed. It creates a sense of nostalgia and regret that feels way too real, and it makes the story feel personal. You're not just watching Ben's memories, you're in them. Visually, the game is simple but effective. The art style feels soft and dreamlike, perfectly fitting the idea of reliving someone's memories. And the music, it pulls everything together, adding just the right amount of emotion to every scene without ever feeling overbearing.
Love it.
No matter how much you like it, you're not.
Before Your Eyes isn't a long game, you can finish it in about 90 minutes, but it makes every second count. It's the kind of experience that makes you think about your own life, the moments that slip by, and the memories you wish you could revisit. It's not just about the story it tells, it's about how it makes you feel, and that's what makes it so special. If you're looking for something unique, meaningful, and unforgettable, Before Your Eyes is a must-play. Just be prepared, it's going to hit you right in the feels. And yeah, you might cry, but that's kind of the point.
That's just how this thing works.
Cuphead. Cuphead isn't just a game, it's an experience that punches you right in the nostalgia and then challenges you to stay on your toes. This one's not for the faint of heart, but if you love a tough as nails challenge wrapped in some of the most beautiful, hand-drawn animation ever, you're in for a treat. It's like stepping into a 1930s cartoon, complete with jazz music, surreal characters, and that old-school charm, but don't let the cute art style fool you. Cuphead will test your patience and reflexes in ways you won't forget. The gameplay is all about precision. It's a run-and-gun shooter at its core, with platforming sections thrown in between relentless boss fights. And those bosses? Oh man, they're the heart of the game. Each one feels like a unique event, with crazy transformations, weird phases, and bullet hell patterns you need to master. 1 second, you're fighting a giant carrot, and the next you're dodging attacks from a transforming airplane or an evil clown riding a roller coaster. It's chaotic, and figuring out each boss's pattern is like solving a frustratingly fun puzzle. The controls are buttery smooth jumping, dashing, parrying, and firing off attacks all feel tight. Every mistake you make feels like your fault, which is both motivating and infuriating in the best way. Bet you'll die. A lot. But the sense of satisfaction when you finally land that perfect dodge or beat a boss that's been driving you crazy is worth every second of frustration. What really makes Cuphead stand out though is the art and music. The whole game is hand-drawn in that old school cartoon style and it looks incredible. Every frame is filled with life and detail, from the way characters bounce the expressive animations in every boss fight. The soundtrack is pure jazz goodness with energetic big band tunes that perfectly match the chaotic rhythm of the game. It's the kind of game where you almost want to lose just to hear the music a little longer. There's a lot of satisfaction in Cuphead's simplicity. It doesn't drown you in complex mechanics or unnecessary fluff, it just gives you tough fights, precise controls, and a beautiful world to conquer. It's hard, yes, but never unfair. The game respects your skill, and when you finally pull off a win, it feels earned. If you're into games that demand patience, precision, and perseverance, and you appreciate some killer art and music along the way, Cuphead is absolutely worth the ride. Just be prepared to get your butt kicked. A lot.